Hello everyone, my name is Cyrus Raj. I am from EB12. My enrollment number is E20CSE236. Today I am going to teach you about the topic of AWS, which is networking in AWS in VPC, Virtual Pairing Connection. So our topic is Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. We will be going to cover this in this lecture. So first we have to know about what are the constituents in VPC. So Amazon VPC consists of like EC2 instance. We can have S3, EBS, Amazon EFS, Glacier, RDS, RDB. We can have these inside our VPC. So what is VPC? So Virtual Private Cloud allows us to provision virtual networks hosted on the cloud and dedicated to your AWS account. So basically it is a virtual cloud which is on AWS, and we can store information and manage anything in that cloud. It is our private virtual network in the AWS cloud, and it is logically isolated from all others networks, so we can do that. And it allows complete control of network configuration, including like internet protocol, subnet creation, route table creation, network gateway, security settings. And in Amazon VPC continuation, we have user can create maximum 5 VPC in a region. So in a one region we can create only 5 VPC and 200 subnets in that in one VPC. So overall we can make 200 into 5 1000 VPC, and there will be maximum 5 elastic IP can be associated into an account. Many AWS resources such as Amazon EC2 instances are launched into Amazon VPCs. Once a VPC is created, DHCP, NSCL, and security group will be by default associated with the VPC. So Amazon VPC integration like this, we can have many integration in the Amazon VPC like EC2, EMR, RDS, Workspace, Elastic Load, OpenWorks, EFS, like this, so on we can have. And what are the features of Amazon's VPC? So Amazon VPC builds upon, it is very high availability of AWS regions and availability zones. We can have there are many regions and availability zones, so that we can make it. Each Amazon VPC lives in a single region. Multiple Amazon VPCs per account we can have. And subnet, so subnet is created inside virtual inside VPC. So it is used to divide VPC, and it is used to connect also, allow Amazon VPC to span multiple AZs. Each Amazon VPC, what are the addresses of VPC? So each Amazon VPC must specify the IPv4 address range by choosing a classless inter-domain routing CIDR block like this. Address range cannot be changed after the Amazon VPC is created. Address range can be created as /16 or as small as /28. Address should not overlap address of connected networks. What are the examples of Amazon VPC? So like this we have this is the main VPC cloud. So this VPC is made in US West region. It has two it has availability zone. It is in zone A, and it has two subnet, and the IPv4 address of this subnet is this, and this it is different. And this is the common VPC IPv4 address. So what are the types of VCC? So there are mainly two types of, we divide VPC into two types: default VPC and custom VPC. Default VPC basically automatically created in each AWS region when the user account is created, and VPC, and it is created by our account owner. The default CIR of this default VPC is this 172.31.0.0/16. It has its own default security group, NSCL, and routing table. The internet gateway is by default associated, and in custom VPC, CIDR is decided by the account owner, and it has its own default security group, NSCL, and routing table. The internet gateway is not present by default. We need to create it. In this, we have to create internet gateway also. We want. So Amazon VPC components. So Amazon VPC components have like this. We can have subnet, we can have route table, dynamic host, DHCP option are we can configure DHCP configuration, security groups, network access control it. So basically, as I told, that segment is a segment of a Amazon VPC's IP address where you can launch AWS services. So each we can connect multiple subnets in each VPC, and subnet with a zone connect, like this is the arrow of one subnet equal one availability zone, and can be classified. We can have two type of public subnet also and private subnet also. In public subnet, the in public subnet we allow to access over everywhere, and a private subnet, it is private. Default VPC contains one private subnet in each availability zone with the region with a data mask of /20. Route table used to consist control traffic going out of the subnet. Like this is a DSCP provides standard for passing configuration information to host on a TCP/IP network. A virtual stateful firewall. Control and what does NSC? It controls the access to the subnet and it maintains the inbound and outbound rule. So, as I told, what is subnet? Subnets. This is a network. Is a network inside network, and subnet makes network more efficient, and data can be sent to destination in shorter distance. So, subnet continuation. So, what we can have that public subnet. The traffic over subnet can be routed on the internet via internet gateways. Yes, as we all know that public subnet can carry private subnet, private only. So in each subnet, the first four of the last IP address cannot be assigned to any host machine. For example, like this, it is a unique address which cannot be assigned to any subnet. It is a unique, like this one network address. This one is reserved for VPC router. This one is DNS server reserved for future use, like this. So VPC with public and private subnet. VPC with public and private subnet. So this is a VPC cloud. This is inside it is subnet, and inside this is a public subnet. This is a private subnet, and this is the VPC CIADR address. And this is the route table where we configure that which path we will give to for connection. This is also a route table. This is a router, and this is the internet gateway which allows internet to access, and this is a cloud where information are stored. So this is basically VPC with public and private subnet. This is an example, and there are many subnet we can have, like servers, like we can have many uh, inside this we can have many servers. The default IG internet gateway is this. Implied routers and routing tables. So like this one, implied routers provide a central routing function connected to the subnet present in the different edge. Each subnet must be associated with one RT at a time. A subnet by default associated with the default VPC RT. A component contain one main RT and RTS. The main RT can be rated but cannot be deleted. One RT can be associated with multiple subnet, but vice versa is not true. So DHCP option is also there, like that we can have multiple set of DHCP option automatically created with VPC. However, we can configure our own DHCP, and the IP address of 4 domain name servers are like this. The net voice type, like by default node 2 type and P node is provided. Broadcast and multi-broadcast are not currently supported. So this is the internet gateway which allows is a virtual router that connects VPC to the internet. The default VPC is automatically attached to the IGDW, but we can need to attach custom VPC to the IGDW. It performs network address translation between the public and private IP.